Hey Leo, thank you so much for joining me for your November horoscope and fiercely focused spread. I'm really excited to see what's coming up for you in November, the month of Thanksgiving. And in that spirit, I want to say first, Leo, thank you. Thank you for tuning in, whether this is your first time or if you've been with me for a while. Like, it really means a lot. Every comment, every subscribe, like, share, all that stuff, you know, that might seem like inconsequential. It really isn't. It really means everything. And like those of you who've gotten a personal reading, those of you who've shared my work, you have really had a hand in helping me move closer toward my dream. So really, truly, like from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. So thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. Okay, enough of the mushy stuff, right, Leo? Let's get into you. This is all about you, all about your month, November. What Spirit has to say for you in November, Leo. You had some beautiful cards coming out while I was meditating on your energy and praying, and you know, I just got these kind of like jumpers, like these jumpers, I say, and then one flies out. We'll pen down your cards in just a second so you can see everything that I'm seeing. But the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and then I pull the Victory card. My God, Leo. Okay, wait. I'm not going to oversell this. Let's see what the rest of your month looks like, and then I'll tell you the story, all right? Leo, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. What do they need to know, Spirit? For their highest good. For their highest good. Leo. 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 Wow. Shaping up to have the whole universe in your reading, Leo. You are never one to be outdone. Okay, Leo. Show-stopping Leo. What does Leo need to know in November, Spirit? For their highest good. Always and only for their highest good. What do they need to know? Leo. Leo. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. Just a few more, please, Spirit. What's the story? What are the influences, the characters, the feelings? November. What are the opportunities? What are the challenges? How can Leo best enjoy love, life, creativity? What does Leo need to know? Whoop. Okay. Spirit was like, and there's your last one. All done. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Okay. Actually, I did that like dramatic music and it was the devil. So actually that became like not ironic. It was like, ah, shit. This is appropriate music. Okay. All right, Leo. So I'm going to pan you down so you can see your cards. You can see what you're working with in November. Spirit's already coming through quite strongly. And, you know, I rarely do this, Leo, but I'm actually going to consciously pick an additional card for you this month. A prescription card for this devil. But I will do that in your full view. So are you ready for a whole lot of face and teeth and hair and all stripes, all the things? Just they're about to come at you. So just get ready. It's okay. It'll be over in a second, Leo. Okay. We're gonna look at your cards. Okay, perfect. All right, Leo. Let's dive in. Okay. All right. There are two cards in the tarot for victory. I would call them the little victory and the big victory cards, and you have them right here together. Like, come on. The Chariot is massive victory, and the Six of Wands is being recognized. Your work, your creativity, your efforts, your passion being acknowledged, celebrated. I mean, he's literally riding a white horse like in a parade, and people are like, yay! So I feel like there's a big recognition, like a big milestone is the word that Spirit just used. Like, you really want to give yourself credit for the place that you've reached this month, Leo. Something happens in November where you really kind of, very appropriate to your lion self. They're giving me this impression of someone kind of like, you know, I could just say like a lion on a cliff, like overlooking the savannah. Like you are up and taking in, you know, the sight of your kingdom. Everything the light touches, Simba. Really, you're surveying where you are, like a lion does, to assess, okay, what is my next move? But they definitely want you to take the moment to give yourself a lot of credit. You have planted a golden seedling. Some of you have already done this, and some of you do it in November. Okay, so this is where I should say, Leo, these are general readings. They're for every Leo, sun, moon, and rising that tunes in. So some of these messages will resonate more than others, and others may be not for you entirely. They may be for a different Leo. So trust your intuition and follow its thread through your reading. I really hope for this to be an opportunity for you to deepen your own intuition. It's empowering tarot. Okay. Okay. So some of you create or receive this opportunity, this promotion. Like the Ace of Pentacles is like, here's a little bit more money. Here's a little bit of a, if you capitalize on this, capital, get it? Money, money, money. If you capitalize on this, you can make more of it, okay? But as you can see, you don't have other pentacle cards here yet. We are going to pull a prescription for the devil. But that says to me, like what Spirit is showing me is like the opportunity is here. This is the beginning. The rest is up to you. This is a golden opportunity, not to be confused with a silver platter. You're being handed the seed. Jack and the beanstalk. You got to plant the magic beans before you get your beanstalk and get to go find your treasure, okay? Okay. So, speaking of adventure and finding your treasure, like I said, you're getting the whole universe in your reading. I had the sun fly out for you while I was shuffling, and here are the moon and stars. Just like you want, Leo. You want the sun, moon, and the stars. Nothing else will satisfy. Okay, so you have to go through the moon to get to the star. And that's actually a really wonderful order for these cards to be in. Things are mysterious. Things are shifting. Things are like, you are a little bit in the dark for part of November. Who knows how the future could go? That's kind of the feeling, is like, oh, the winds are shifting. Things are changing. There is a phrase in French, and please, any of you who actually speak good French, be patient and bear with my terrible accent, okay? There is a phrase in French that is entre chien et loup, and it means between dog and wolf. And the phrase in French is means twilight, basically the time of day when the light is such that you couldn't tell if from, a few hundred feet away what's coming at me. Is that a dog or is that a wolf? That's what, I love that phrase, and I find that it is so perfectly suited to the moon, not just literally, but also figuratively. Things are shifting, okay? What may have looked good to you 2 months ago, and Spirit is giving me that duration. What looked good to you 2 months ago may not look so good to you now, and things that didn't look so good to you 2 months ago may start to look actually viable, okay? Things are growing and shifting, and I also often pull the moon when the person themselves is going through a shift, and therefore their future remains a little bit uncertain, remains to be seen. There's still some evolution happening here. A mystery is unfolding, but you need to trust your vision, okay? We look to the stars when we get lost and it's dark outside, because the stars are fixed. Just like you, you're a fixed sign, Leo, and Spirit really wanted me to say that, so that's kind of funny. Like you, star of the zodiac, the stars are fixed, and that's why we look to the North Star to reorient ourselves when we're feeling lost, when the light is shifting, when we can't really see things so well. We look to the stars. The star represents hope, renewal, sudden magic, and miracles. And miracles especially that come when things are looking dark, when things are looking confusing or depressing and difficult. And some of you, honestly, in November are doing some grieving. For some of you, Spirit is telling me there's like a date that falls in this month that may be like the anniversary of something very painful, like a death of someone close to you, or the loss of something really important. For some of you, Spirit's like, this is the month my business shut down, or this is the month my house was foreclosed on, or I got a divorce. So I want to acknowledge the pain and the grief that comes with feeling confused or feeling like you have lost something. And I want to reassure you, Leo, that there is much, much, much to be gained this month. You really want to listen to your intuition. The High Priestess matches the moon. It's like there are things yet to be revealed. Have patience. Have patience. You also have the card here for meditation, for clearing your mind, for leaving space for those eureka moments and inspirations and, the voice of your higher self or of God, of Spirit, whatever you want to call it, to speak to you, to come through with that inspiration for this is what you need to do. Wow. Okay. So Spirit is asking me to share this with you, Leo. And this is kind of funny because this is a little bit personal. And I love you, Leo. I'm Leo rising. I get you. There's a good reason they want me to share this with you. Okay, this is about this grief. This is about what it is you've needed and are continuing to let go of and kind of mourn the loss of. And I want to make sure you know that even when something is good, even when it's like you've made the right decision, you can still grieve. Okay, so it doesn't mean you've done it wrong. It just means you're grieving, and that's a natural part of change. Change is painful. As a wonderful friend of mine says, nobody likes change but a wet baby. Okay, so here it is, Leo. Here's what Spirit wants to say to you and what they once said to me when I was in a moment of deep, deep grief about a relationship, about somebody that, and in this case, it's very much like what they were saying, when you've made the decision that you need to make, it can still hurt. And I was the person in this relationship to say, like, we're breaking up, it's over, etc. But that did not mean that I wasn't in love with this guy, that I was not fully, invested. And so, you have those nights where you just lay and you're trying to sleep, but your treacherous mind is taking you all kinds of places. And I did, what I do, and said a prayer to Spirit to let me know, what do I need to know from this? What am I meant to learn from this? What is this showing me? What is the opportunity here? And this is the advice that Spirit gave to me and wants to give to you, Leo. Your attachment to this is much more about you than it is about them. You are not attached to them. You are attached to something that you thought you were getting or needed from them that has actually always been inside of you. It all comes back to you. And I have to tell you that in that moment, like, Spirit spoke so clearly and it was so comforting. I don't know if that's going to sound comforting to every Leo who hears it, because, I'm not speaking with like this clarion voice like Spirit does, but meaning there is nothing like the impression that Spirit gave me at the time was like this long cord attaching me to this person. And what they showed me is that doesn't exist. That person is not causing my pain. I was causing my pain. I am the source. I am the one that is harmed and needs to be healed. I need to heal myself, which is what this recovery card is all about. So I hope, Leo, that might be helpful to you. That whatever this attachment is and this grief, for so many of you, it is something that you can turn back to yourself and think about, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I heal from this? What is the truth about this? I was trying to get something from that person that maybe they could not give to me. So I needed to take that up with myself. Does that make sense, Leo? Woo! Got real deep there for a minute, Leo. I hope you're still with me. Okay. So we're getting fucking deep because we have the 5 of Cups and the High Priestess and the Moon, okay, and the Devil. We gotta go a little deep when we're there. Let's not mince words. Okay. You know what, Leo? I want to look you in the face. So we're going to come back to, speaking of face, way too much face, all of the face. Okay. Okay, Leo. I want to tell you that Spirit wants you to know, when you look at yourself, when you have that moment like I did that night, where it's like, oh, it's about me. Look at her looking in her mirror. When you look to you, your intuition will speak. Not when you listen to anything else or look to anything else to be the answer or the reason or the whatever. You're the answer. You're the reason. You are a facet of God's consciousness playing a game with yourself where you meet all these other facets of yourself and have all these interactions and learn all these things, okay? So it's all you, Leo, just as you always suspected. It really is. It's all about you. It's the Truman Show, Leo. Okay. So this guy is crying over these 3 cups that have spilled, kind of missing on the fact that in the background there's 2 cards. What the hell? I'm like all over the place today. There's 2 cups that are still full, that are nourishing all these beautiful grapes, these fat, juicy, delicious grapes that he is completely missing out on as he stares at the barren ground and these overturned cups. But when you look within, which is the card that follows, those 3 cups that you lost, they're going to be refilled. And with something much more fun, much better, much more delicious and delightful than before. 3 of Cups is literally the card of fun and friendship. It's time for some of you to go, like, again, I feel like I said this last month, so some of you, it's like you need to do it. You need to get out and socialize. You need to go be with your people that actually make you feel good, people that make you feel full, people that fill your cup in return. You know, Leo, you can give a lot. Make sure that you get some too. I'm speaking of getting some. Some of you might be. Some of you might be getting some in November. I kid, Leo. I mean, I don't kid. That's true. But look, 2 of Cups is a wonderful card. It's just the beginning. It's refreshing. For some of you, it's like falling in love. So maybe if you've been mourning a relationship, Spirit is at least giving you the hint. If you're not ready to meet somebody, it's like we're dangling it out. Like, it's out there. It's out there, Leo. And for some of you, it's right here. It's right here, right now. We're in November because I'm perennially late. It's here. For some of you, it's here, Leo. Someone is reaching out. That's what I feel. Somebody reaches out, and I mean literally, like, you know, some of you might literally have a hand reached out to you like, hey, do you want to dance? But otherwise, it's like somebody is texting you or messaging you or sliding into them DMs and making a little bit of a connection. There's a little bit of a spark. There's attraction, there's chemistry, there's possibility here. And for some of you, this could be a resurgence in your current relationship if you're with somebody already. Or it's like, ooh, Spirit is saying, I mean, there's a little bit of a temptation. Hello. Feeling for some of you, like maybe even someone from the past that kind of pops up and is like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, you're taking on a lot this month, Leo. You got a lot on your mind. The last thing you want to do is hook yourself up to the devil. So let's take a quick look. What's your prescription? What's your prescription for the devil? What does Leo need to know about this devil spirit in November? And if you haven't been here before, the devil is not evil. He is not Satan. Tarot is pre-Christian. I will explain further when we see your prescription. What's the prescription, Spirit, for Leo, for this devil? What do we need to know about this devil? Okay. This person's immature. This person even is well-intentioned but immature. Okay? Maybe a little obsessed with money. Maybe a little obsessed with being a little bit like conservative and not really broad-minded. This person has a lot to learn. It's important for you not to get caught up in petty little silly arguments this month. You've got such beautiful victories ahead of you and opportunities to capitalize upon. And when I said that, I feel like some of you, get the opportunity and really work it, and some of you might not. So please be aware that, this person could come along and distract you from the wonderful work that you're doing, from the wonderful possibilities ahead of you. Be with people who make you feel healthy. Be with people who never make you feel like you have to say yes when you feel no, or no when you feel yes. Okay? It's really important for you to be honest with you and yourself, because that is what dispels the devil. Acknowledging that you maybe have this temptation or this habit or this desire that you would not like for everybody to know. Admitting it at the very least to yourself and bringing it to the light actually allows you to dispel it. So whether this is like an addiction, a toxic relationship that you feel like maybe you want to fall back into, or staying in the dead-end job even though you've been feeling like leaving, really check yourself and ask yourself if you want to stay shackled. Okay? All right. Because there's beautiful things ahead. The star, the chariot, my God, the freaking golden opportunity, that golden seedling. Capitalize on the good, okay, Leo? Disconnect from the stuff that's pulling you down. Anything that makes you feel weighed down, you don't want. Anything that makes you feel like you need to hide, you don't want. You're a superstar. You're meant to be on stage. You're meant to be bold and open and honest and above board, Leo. Let it be. All right, so quickly, let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread, the theme for your month, and then the action steps for you to take to make the most of November. Leo, November, what do they need to know? Same card, different deck. Trust your intuition, Leo. Trust your intuition and the intuitive messages that you receive from people that really resonate with you, whether it's this reading, whether it's somebody who gives you advice, it's mom, it's your sister, it's your friend that tells you something and you're like, you know what, that sounds right. Listen. Because you are listen to your own intuition, because it will tell you this person is full of shit or this person knows what they're talking about. Tune in. Tune in and trust yourself. Okay? And also, there's no rush. The High Priestess is like the ultimate cool cucumber. I'm going to sit back and see. The truth will be revealed. It's Scorpio season. That's very Scorpio. I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to watch and wait and see what they do. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're going to do it like that? Interesting. And they kind of file it away. Play it cool. Play it cool and know that the information you need, the secrets are coming to you, Leo. All right, so let's look at the physical, the financial, your job, your money, body. Take a breather, Leo. Take a breather, make a plan. Don't rush. This is about that Ace of Pentacles, and where I said, okay, there's no other Pentacles cards here. You got some Pentacles. You need to look at what you've done so far. Look at what's working and what's not working. Again, they're saying be super honest with yourself. This is good, this is not good. We need to do this differently. And do it. Plan your work your plan. You can make more money, but you're not, I'm hearing work smarter, not harder, okay? Maybe some of you do need to work a little harder, but really they're telling me it's all strategy. This is about strategy. So strategize. Take the time, even though you might feel but I should be doing stuff, I should be doing things. Sitting down, ironically, and plotting it out, even though that, takes time, will save you time in the long run. As my mother would say, a stitch in time saves 9. So, in other words, sew it when there's a tiny hole in it so that it doesn't bust all the way open until it's so wrecked that you can't even use it, right? Okay. All right, so now let's look at your mind. What's going on in your mental realm, Leo, in November? A little bit of stalemate, a little bit of fear, a little bit of hesitation on moving forward. That's okay. Take your time. You have the High Priestess saying, look, information will be revealed. If you don't feel ready to make the call, make the move, take your time. Now, on the other hand, this does warn of analysis paralysis. Don't shut your eyes and ears and stop yourself from moving when you do get that information, okay? Don't spend too much time worrying about what move you're going to make. Once you know the move, make the move. Okay. All right, Leo, now let's see what's going on in your heart, in your relationships, with love, with friends, with family. What's going on in your heart in November? What does Leo need to know? Knight of Cups, a sweet offer. Yup, so for some of you leaving a scrub behind, please know that your prince or princess on a white horse really is out there and really wants to present you something beautiful. Spirit, wow. This is what they just said, okay? Your courage will be rewarded. That's what they said. So some of you know what the brave decision is, what the brave move is, and that even though it's scary to leave something behind or let it go or let go of the idea of it in order to move towards something else or leave room open for something else, your courage will be rewarded. You know what that means, Leo. And of course, if you ever do want to get a more personal reading, my info is linked below. You can do it by email or face-to-face. I love it all the ways. Okay. But let's look at your own intuition, your passion, your creativity, and your spirit. Let's, as your final card, look at what is lighting you up in November. Leo, November, fiery Leo, what do you need to know in November? That you're the fucking queen. That you're the queen of wands, that you're the queen of magic. Look at her black cat chilling. You're a leader, Leo. Never let anybody fool you, even for a moment, into thinking otherwise. And if somebody has fooled you for a moment into thinking otherwise, it's time to get back up in your throne. The queen, whether you're a man or a woman, queens are creators, queens are leaders, queens are creative, spiritual, fiery manifestors. You make magic, Leo. Take the lead. Make your magic. The Chariot says take the reins in your life and drive towards what you want, and you will have those people cheering you and saying, hooray, you did it. You're the queen, Leo. Male or female, you're the queen. I love you, Leo. Thank you for being here. I really hope that this helps you have a more magical month, and I hope I see you in December. Bye, Leo.